How to make ramen in the Stone Age. First, you need to collect tons of foxtail grass, then use rocks to beat it hard and knock off all the seeds. After washing them clean with water, grind them into powder and boom, you've got your ramen base ingredient. Next, add a chicken egg and some wood ash water. The potassium carbonate in the ash makes the flour nice and fluffy. Cut the dough into strips, toss them in water, add some side dishes, and there you have it, the very first bowl of ramen in the Stone Age. Senku tried a bowl first. The dry, bland taste made him second guess himself. But for people living in the Stone Age, this ramen was absolutely heavenly. Senku's whole plan with making ramen was to win people over and get more folks to join his iron-making operation. More and more primitive people fell in love with the ramen, and they were all willing to work for just one bowl. Just then, one villager said he'd love to have a Coke while enjoying his ramen. Senku was totally shocked. Coke is a modern invention. He immediately realized this had to be one of Tsukasa's spies. The man's name was Asajiri Gen, a mentalist from the modern era. But Senku didn't care, because anyone who ate the ramen had to work for it. Gen spilled everything about Tsukasa's situation to Senku. The reason he told him was because he's a refined egoist. After seeing Senku's ramen and iron furnace, he immediately started having second thoughts, because iron tools would be a complete game changer for primitive people. Senku wanted to recruit Gen to his side so he could spy on Tsukasa for him. To win Gen over completely, Senku decided to build the first power plant in the Stone Age. He chose a power plant because it was lightning season, and the key to generating electricity was powerful magnets. Natural lodestone wasn't strong enough, but that didn't faze Senku. He just needed to channel lightning into the lodestone to boost its magnetic power. Senku got to work. While melting copper, he coated the lodestone with insulating paint, carved grooves into wooden boards, poured the molten copper into them to solidify into copper wire, and finally wrapped the copper wire around iron rods. Senku led everyone to the highest point on the mountain, the perfect spot to attract lightning. They tied the lodestone to a long wooden pole. The next second, a massive lightning bolt struck down with power that even exceeded nuclear weapons, supercharging the lodestone's magnetic force. Senku had successfully obtained the core component for his generator. Next, he started making the disc. He hammered copper into a circular shape, then used hard stones to smooth out the edges of the copper disc. When he put everything together, he created the Stone Age's first generator. All it took was two strong people turning the disc to generate electricity. Senku used roasted bamboo fibers as filaments. After 3,700 years, Senku was ready to use the power of science to light up the pitch-black night sky once again.